What's up, guys? Welcome back to Through the Cringeverse, where I react and go over cringe videos on Instagram and give my personal opinions on them. Just a reminder that anyone shown in this video is not to be harassed in any means possible. This video is for entertainment purposes only and is not meant to harm the individual shown. As always, remember to conduct yourselves properly on the internet and please enjoy. So, part 3 was genuinely melting my brain, so I needed a break day. I think Sundays will be my break day from now on because, I can only watch these horrible videos and give my opinion so many times in a row before, my brain is going to melt. But before we actually get in these videos, this cat on screen, if you do not subscribe, this cat will explode. But let's get into the first video. I swear, if it's really bad, like the last video on part 3, I might genuinely geek out. I won't be able to do this. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna have to keep these videos muted because last time I realized that one of the videos that had music in it was copyrighted. And so I literally could not just play the audio. So it's a good thing with the background music, it won't be completely silent, but I can't play it because it's copyrighted. And I forgot about that, and I should have been keeping the videos muted, but I didn't. So, someone tells me that Jesus isn't real, but the times were named after him, AC and BC. This also proves he did die. And then her caption says, side eye with the eyes emoji, hashtag Christian Reels, hashtag FYP, hashtag Christian, hashtag Jesus reigns, hashtag Jesus above it all, and hashtag Jesus. Okay. So if we go back in history a bit, when places were being colonized, one of the main people that were colonizing places was Christians. And so their religion became also tied into what we structured our society around. That doesn't mean it's right or wrong. That's just the reasoning for it. You need to actually, stay in your history class and actually go through it to understand why certain times were named after this. It's not, it's not because, Jesus is real. If you want to believe that, you can. But not everybody is going to believe that because, again, religion is a belief, not reality. So, when people find out that the religion that forced itself to be global ended up influencing our language, crazy. He was real because this was named after him. What? He was a person. Nobody denies that. It's the whole magic man in the sky part we struggle with. And see, that's just a personal belief. That's just a personal belief that he exists. But I think, forcing people to believe that, no, it is right, when it is simply just a faith, you have to, believe it in order to think that it's true. It just gets to a point, you know? You can't force people into believing what you believe, you know? When you're getting to know someone and they drop the Christian word. Basically, this audio is obituary religious. Obviously can't play it. I think I could play this, though, because it doesn't have music.
If this was any other religion, everybody would be totally fine about it. What happened to respect every different opinion and religion out there until it comes to Christianity?
Do you like that?
I think it's because, Christians do more oppressing than any other religion does. To be fair, from what I know, Islam also does the same thing, in specific countries with their women, they're more oppressed. But it's just because in the United States, in Western culture, Christianity tends to take away people's rights and oppress more people than it does loving thy neighbor and actually following the faith. That's why people don't like Christianity as much, because of the people in it. Which I know people can say, oh, but that's just the people. What about the religion itself? I would like to note that the people in it give itself, like, the religion, its reputation. And it's also just, again, about personal belief. It's really weird to just always want people to believe what you believe. It's just, I don't like it. And her caption says, any other religion and it's cool. Hashtag Christian, hashtag hate, hashtag FYP, hashtag politics, hashtag trending. Oh, but we accept everyone. Obviously sarcastic. Exactly, like, why am I a bad guy when I talk about my faith? If you're, like, pushing it into every little conversation, it's a bit of a problem, because it's just like, if you're talking to someone who isn't religious, they don't want to hear all the time about how much you don't believe it, like, do believe in God. And I bet it's the same way around of, like, you not wanting to hear how much, like, they don't believe in God, but it's like, I've known people that don't believe in God just don't center it around their whole life the way that Christians do. This is some kind of victim kink. Right, because Christians accept everyone. It's just not necessary to try to act like your religion is the only, like, true religion. Which I think I've heard people say it's in the Bible. I would actually, instead of, like, taking people's word for that, I would actually go into the Bible, maybe do your own research, and see if it actually says that. Bring back women not working, because I truly just want to do this for my family all day, every day. Again, with what I said, if you want to believe in something, if you want to do something, you can do it. But why are you trying to impose it on everybody else? It makes no sense. It's really silly to think that, like, because you have this belief, everybody needs to have this belief. And if they don't have that belief, they shouldn't have the right to not have that belief. It's really harmful. Feminism gave you the choice to want to be a stay-at-home mom. It might have been very different circumstances for you if it was like the 1900s, where you were forced to be a stay-at-home mom and forced to be a woman in the kitchen every day and not have that privilege to go out and get an education and be able to post like this. It might have changed your perspective a bit, but because you have the ability to, you think you need to take away that ability anybody else has because you don't want to go ahead and have a career. Like, you cannot choose for everyone else. That's just not how it works. You going ahead and saying that you do not want to work and stay at home is a choice that feminism gave you. You would not have that choice if feminism did not exist. Choosing to stay home and care for your family is valid, and women should have the freedom to make that choice. But saying bring it back refers to a time when many women didn't have that freedom. It's important to respect the progress that gave women the ability to choose their own path. Exactly. Don't force what you want on others. You can have the housewife lifestyle if you want, but you shouldn't force others by saying bring it back. Most women don't want to live the housewife lifestyle. They want freedom and a choice. 100%. No. Then do it. Who's stopping you? Not everyone wants to sit at home all day. Also, a little history lesson will tell you women have always worked. It's just there's no need to think that everybody needs to live the way that you do. That's a ridiculous way of thinking. I think the hardest part about being a law enforcement wife isn't strangers hating my husband. It's the people we've known for years, people who we called friends. They say the most vile things, wishing harm, even wishing that they don't make it home. And then they say, oh, I didn't mean him. I want to guess, because of how long the wording is, that might just be police. Oh, wait. No, it says police wives. So it's definitely police. I was about to think maybe it's ICE. But it says she's a police wife, so I can understand, like, from your perspective, that's very harmful. And you also, out of your hurt, you have to look past that and be like, why do people have this opinion of people should be harmed at this job? And you have to think that's because of what has been going on lately with ICE, and also how law enforcement is very much supporting ICE. You have to think that is why. I am not saying it's right that people are wishing death upon your husband, but you have to also realize the other side of things and also stop thinking that this is a full-on attack on you personally. I am not saying it's right that your husband is being wished death, but you also have to look at the morals and the values of what you work for and why people are having this opinion because of those morals and values and what they're doing to other people. ICE isn't law enforcement. I'd like to reiterate that she did say in the caption, #policewives, so I want to think it's not ICE. One bad apple spoils the bunch, deal with it. Get away from those people, they are not your friends. I am a legal immigrant that has nothing but respect and admiration for law enforcement and their families. Party of love and acceptance, actually party of hate and violence. My family supports LEO and will keep praying for all of them. I wanna actually look up what that is. Oh, it's just a shorter way of saying. Okay, it just means law enforcement officer. I didn't know that. You have to start realizing what the problem is, and I don't think we should be inciting violence on either side, but the problem is that by me saying this, I also need to acknowledge the fact that one side has incited so much hate to the point where so many people have died because of it. And so it's very hard to tell people to not want the same thing done. And I can't be this moral high ground for people to be like, this is the right or wrong opinion. You have to sit and stew with your own opinion and not take the people telling you these things as word of gospel, and actually think for yourself of, okay, do I support this? Do I not support this? Think like that. Do not think that I need to follow what everybody else is thinking and believing. Believe in your humanity and what is right to do to other people. I personally think the stuff with ICE and this police enforcement is not, they're doing horrible things. It's not right in any case. And I can't force anyone to believe that. But I know it is the morally right choice. I don't want to get too much in a rant about this because I think I've already ranted about this enough. But I'm gonna get to the next video. My stone sink, I was about to say stink, is extremely rare and expensive. I'm hoping this is not just, oh, okay. It is high maintenance. I have to clean it twice daily to prevent mold and bacteria growth. I don't think I could speed this up on computer. Oh, I can. One time I had a guest over that asked if my sink was dirty. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. It kind of does. It does look dirty all the time. They were blocked immediately after the dinner and never invited to my house again. That's a little extreme for a sink. I don't own a single stainless steel sink. All of my sinks are made of onyx, marble, limestone, and copper. I'm gonna be honest, the copper sinks look really good, but I know they're really high maintenance. This is not copper whatsoever, by the way. I believe this is limestone. Oh yeah, it says limestone sink right here. Knowing that someone collects rare and extremely expensive sinks saying that it's dirty is very rude. Let me know if you want a house tour so I can no. I'm good. I know it's her personal choice to like block the person, but I've seen like so many videos of this lady like defending her sink so much, and it's like, girl, you have to get off the internet. You have to like stop this mentality that you need to defend yourself so much in something that you like. If you truly like it, you don't need to defend yourself to anyone else. Unless it is truly harming you or someone else, like if you're, I don't know, fucking stabbing people or some shit. Like, you really don't have to defend yourself from anyone. Like, if that's something that you really like, fine, but like, it's getting to a point when I've seen so many of your videos just sitting here and it's like you're just going to bat with online. And to be fair, you have to think, if you are really into this and know much about a topic, you can't expect other people to that are not versed in the same topic the way you are. In my opinion, this sink does look dirty no matter how much you clean it. And that's just my opinion. I personally would never get this sink. You did because you like stuff like that. But I don't. It's your choice to block someone because, hey, it's your life. If you don't want someone in your life, you don't have to. But I just think, girl, you need to get offline if this is affecting you so much to where I'm always seeing your videos like going to bat for your sinks. It's like, if you really enjoy something, you don't defend yourself to anybody else. It's none of their business. Oh my god. I'm going to warn you. This is so bad. I snuck back in to catch an extra sniff. Lord help me. Oh no. Stop. I think you know what he did. I'm hoping so much it's satire, and I really don't have to say much in this. It's just ew. Ew. How has my algorithm turned into this? Just no. What? I like the wilting rose. What? I hate these images. That's so gross. I don't have much to say about that. It's just gross. Ew. Respectfully, I'm not waiting 9 months for a sushi boat. Do we think all the women in Japan stop eating sushi when they're pregnant? I think this is the whole video. The caption is, not me being more scared of the comments than the sushi. Hashtag sushi, hashtag pregnancy, hashtag pregnant. So it's very weird that you have this idea in your head that all Japanese people eat is fucking sushi. And I have some very jarring news for you, lady. Like, in your very, like, obvious microaggression, Japanese women do the same thing that you do with avoiding fish and other stuff while, like, being pregnant because, hey, it's recommended so you don't harm your baby. You are just using this microaggression to justify your actions, which really just shows that you have a very narrow viewpoint on Japanese people. Oh my gosh, that is such a weird comment to make, that like you're literally having this mentality that that's all Japanese women eat is sushi. They do the same stuff that you do. Crazy. Oh my gosh. People in Japan have very fresh fish due to their geography and of course high quality products that makes it safe. So unless you coastal, it's just reckless behavior. I don't know how true this is. So risking your kids' academic abilities because you don't have self-control around raw fish, this shit should be illegal. I swear to God, I'm not saying this because TS stands for this shit, not this. And I will not take any other response. There's a sense of courtesy and community in Japan. Japan is not an individualistic country. A mother there would not go out of her way to harm her child. Even if it meant sacrificing of food, she'd do it because she cares more about the child's health than 30 seconds of pleasure. Source, I grew up with a Japanese family. Had 2 OBs clear me for sushi while pregnant. Just make sure it's from a clean and reputable place. Don't be eating gas station sushi and expecting greatness. In my head, it's, I love food more than my baby. It is only food in a few months. If anything had happened to my unborn baby, although I knew better, I would regret it for the rest of my life. She's just, what she's doing is very, negligent. It's just very negligent. If it's, shown, that you should not eat fish while you're pregnant, the same way you can only have I think it's only 200 milligrams of coffee, of caffeine a day, while you're pregnant, you can lay off for a bit. If you have this urge to eat this so much, maybe just you shouldn't have gotten pregnant. This is extremely negligent and could harm your child. Your water breaks, but your husband has a bad tummy ache, so we had to delay going to the hospital until his insides decided to calm down, only to find out it was just nerves.
I'm really struggling right now.
Please don't do this.
Breathe.
You can't. I'm so serious, you can't.
And she turned off comments. You know exactly why she did. There are things I want to say, but I think I am going to bite my tongue and say the nicer response. I think... oh, it's really hard. It's really hard. I don't know. I think your husband is being extremely childish while you're in labor and you're going through more pain and contractions are a lot more painful than a tummy ache. I can't hold that back. It feels so childish. I've seen multiple videos of guys when their wife is in labor, all of a sudden their stomach hurts or their leg hurts or this, and it's your wife is literally about to give birth. Contractions hurt like a motherfucker, and you're sitting here whining because you have a tummy ache? Obviously, it must not be super severe because we have to see the context of this video of the fact that oh, she's not heaving heavily just from what we've seen. She doesn't seem to be in excruciating pain, but it's still the fact it's I can't. This just seems so childish. Her caption says, okay, I had to share this one again as I am now going into my 3rd trimester. This makes me laugh every single time. I hope y'all see the humor in this. Do you think my husband will have a strong stomach next time? This was a throwback to when my water broke with Will. Someone was a tad nervous to become a father. Anyone else relate? Birth story, labor and delivery, husband and wife humor, pregnancy, newborn, laughter, motherhood, postpartum. Baby, you not even in postpartum yet. You ain't even have the kid. While this video was recorded, you ain't even get to have the kid yet because your husband's doing this. Ugh. That just seems really childish to me. I don't like when I see... It feels when there's videos like this of a woman's husband acting so egregiously or oh my god, so horrible in a situation, and then they post it and they're no guys, it was just a joke. You guys just don't get our humor. You don't get it. And it's baby, I think your husband sucks and you should divorce. I don't know, people I know one of the responses that a wife had to her comment saying she should divorce her husband was, you guys don't get it. You can't divorce after one little thing. And it's it's different when your husband has showed repeated bad behavior and you're still going to bat for this man. I just think it's really ridiculous. You can't label it as humor to get rid of stuff. It's like when like someone says something really mean to you and really negative, and they're like, it's just a joke. It's just a joke, guys. It's like gaslighting you out of how you feel. It's like, girl, hopefully he was better the second time around, I guess. Imagine booking your wedding photographer and realizing their contract says you have to feed them. Huh? I feel like that's a little common courtesy. Like, you're hiring them to work at your wedding. Like, the least you could do, because they're going to be there for as long as you are, give them some food. I'm not saying you have to, but it just seems like the right thing to do. That's really weird. That's really weird that you think, like, I don't know, that's... Trust me, you would not be able to get away with this opinion at fucking Hispanic weddings. You would not be able to. I've seen so many times of, like, they literally holding their cameras hostage because, no, you need to take a break and eat. Like, you deserve to eat too. You're human. You need a break. Like you don't... I'm not saying you should have to, but it just seems, like, morally right. I don't understand why you're, like, warning this, like, oh no, you're feeding people because they're hungry. Because you hired them at your wedding for, like, I don't know, like 8 to 10 hours? I don't know how long weddings are. I think this is the caption. Unfortunately for some couples, this is something that happens after they book their wedding photographer. This is definitely not something I will ever put in my contract. I will never tell a couple they have to feed me. Your day is for you, not for me stressing about food. I bring my snacks. What do you think? It never crossed my mind that people working at our wedding wouldn't get a good meal. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, but the workers deserve food too. Why wouldn't you feed them? What? I have to feed the person who is working all day to create lasting memories for me and give them a plate of food that I'm feeding to hundreds of other people? When a photographer has been there since early morning until late at night with no breaks, no access to microwave, when you sit down, I think? The least you can give them is a hot meal. It's just basic decency and respect. That's what I'm saying. It's not like you have to, but it's like, it's just a respect thing, and like morally, like, it's right? Like, let me know if I'm crazy on that. Like, please, like, if you have a different opinion on this, let me know. Like, I'm not gonna be upset about it. I just, like, that just seems crazy to me that, like, I don't know, that this person has no breaks and you just, like, the food is your biggest issue. Like, that seems a little, like, definitely mean-hearted. I paid for my wife's dessert. Her friend ordered one too and looked at me. Actually, I want to know what this is. Is that, why does that look like the Coach or Dior bag design? What is that? I'm really curious of what this is for some reason. Read caption. The caption says, and somehow that turned into a discussion later that night. Her friend expected that I should have covered it. Said it's just a dessert. Said it's basic manners. Maybe you'll think it's cheap. Maybe you'll call it rude, but here's what matters. My wife and I have already talked about this. She doesn't like when I pay for her friends. Not because of money, because of boundaries. She doesn't feel comfortable with her husband extending gestures to other women that aren't necessary. Exactly. I will definitely say more on that after this. Even small ones. And I don't need to fully dissect why. I don't need to argue psychology. I care about her comfort. We have zero problem picking up the bill for her friends. We've done it many times, but that's our decision together. Not an obligation placed on me by someone else's expectations. There's a difference between generosity and access. My priority at the table wasn't to impress her friend. It was to respect my wife. And if that creates a little tension, I can live with that. If you understand why boundaries matter more than being liked, comment loyal. Oh, I'm not reading it. Me personally, the friends I have around me would never go ahead and expect my husband to go ahead and pay for their meal or anything. And I also just feel like that's more of a gesture that you do when courting someone, you know? Like, she's your wife, so you're obviously going to pay for her because you're together. That is that boundary. Like she's your wife, like you're her husband. That makes complete sense. I feel it's definitely crossing a boundary if your friend thinks that you should like have your man pay for them. That seems like if you want someone to like, I don't know, want to have someone that provides for you, that is willing to, and you want a man like that, go seek out a man like that. Like, my man is not our man. That's my man. I just think that is also very selfish to like put that expectation on someone that you have not discussed that with and be like, well, it's rude that you didn't pay for me even though I didn't discuss this with you and like asked if it was okay for you. Like, what if they're also having financial situations? Why are you just expecting that? Like, you come out, you pay for your stuff. You don't expect someone else to go ahead and pay for it. That just seems rude and crossing a boundary, in my opinion. Like, even if my friend asked, like, hey, could you pay for me? I would, like, pay for with my extra money from the side. I wouldn't go ahead and expect my husband to pay for her because that's my best friend. That he doesn't have any like responsibility to take care of her. Me as a friend, if I wanted to do that, that's out of the kindness of my heart. I don't have to, but it's just that's my friend, so my responsibility. You know, it's just not his responsibility to do that, and I think that's very selfish to expect him to. I would never look at my friend's partner hoping they would buy me a dessert just because he got it for her. If he offered himself, then fine, but I would never expect. Yes. It doesn't matter how kind the friend is. When the woman say no to her man, it's a no. I think some people don't get it. Loyalty. Okay, come on, that's not... Okay, now you're putting it on the part of like, oh, this would be cheating if he did that. No, it's a kind gesture, but it's like he's literally not required to. That's not his wife. That's not his girlfriend. My priority at the table wasn't to impress her. It was to respect my wife. Exactly. It's just basic like manners. I don't think he should like be expected to. You're a mom who spent her whole life playing sports and somehow birthed a girly girl. Like, who taught her this and what do I do? So that's really weird that you think just because you had certain interests and weren't with the societal norm that you think that your daughter would turn out the same way as you. This is like the people that expect their children to be quote unquote mini me's. And I think that's really horrible to think about like your child like that because they're their own person. Like, crazy thing, like the child that you birthed that came from you is also their own person with their own likes and dislikes and interests. Like, just because you like something doesn't mean she's gonna like something. I feel that's really weird to like expect that on her. 13 years spent in the gym playing basketball. What do I know about ballet? Ha ha ha, love my little girls. What an odd thing to post. My thoughts exactly. Internalized misogyny? I actually want to see the replies on this. Maybe it's... Oh, girl. Maybe it's just not having the information on what to do with those scenarios. It's not always misogyny. Personally, I'm a tomboy and I don't know how to braid hair. Does that make me misogynistic that I don't know how to braid a girl's hair if I ever have a daughter? No, it just makes me ignorant. Same with her. You know, a lot of women out there love boy stuff and they don't know what to do when they have a daughter. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this as long as she takes the effort to learn. I'm not trying to shut anyone down, I'm just speaking facts. How's it misogyny that some people don't like girly stuff all the time? People have preferences in life, you know? Like, holy Lamau, imagine having preferences towards one thing over the other. How's that misogyny? I'm not saying this is misogyny because I don't I don't feel I would like to throw words around like that. I just think it's incredibly weird to expect your daughter to be exactly like you. Your child is their own person. There's not really much more I can say about this because it would just be reiterating the same points as I go over comments. It's very weird, and I would say ignorant to post this. I just don't think it's right to sit there and expect your child to be exactly like you. It seems very unhealthy, because then you have these expectations on your children, and like, then when they don't meet up to those expectations, you get mad because they're not like you. I'm not the one. I've seen so many of this dude's videos. I'm gonna, see if there's music on this first. Hold on.
The PS5 away, then heard a noise. And it's your son using a hammer to destroy the back headlight of your car. See, this is what happens when you gentle parent your kids. So because you took away his PS5, he felt it was an appropriate reaction to get a hammer and hit your car. Are you kidding me? And then he stands there with this smug look, knowing what he did, and then runs away because he knows dad isn't going to do anything. So he acts the way he does and then runs away so he doesn't have to face the consequences of his actions. You know, I knew better than to try this stuff with my parents, but if I acted like this and they already took something away, your door is coming with us. No privacy. Honestly, be so for real.
So, there are points I agree and don't agree with. I agree with the fact that I would also have not been able to get away with this if I did anything like this. But at the same time, I was raised right. I disagree with the fact that he sits here and says it's gentle parenting, because that's not what gentle parenting is. I want to look up the there's different types of parenting. There's neglectful and all this stuff. Give me one moment. Okay, here's some of them. There's authoritative parenting, permissive parenting, neglectful parenting, helicopter parent, free range parenting, attachment parenting, tiger parenting, gentle parenting, lawnmower parenting, overprotective parenting, and positive parenting. There's not just strict parenting and gentle parenting. There are a bunch of different categories, and I think it's very negligent to act like there are only two options when there are a lot more than you think. And I believe if you're going to talk about this, it literally took me 2 seconds to look this up. It doesn't take that long. I want to see which specifically this might be. I want to think it's either permissive or neglectful. I'm not going to sit here and armchair psychologist this, but it's definitely not gentle. So we're gonna read the definitions for each of them and see what we think. Permissive is rule enforcement. It's low, fewer, no rules, and flexible boundaries. Love and encouragement is high, very warm, nurturing, and attentive. Characteristics: prioritizes being a friend over authority, may avoid conflict. Outcomes: children may be creative and affectionate but can struggle with self-control, responsibility, and following rules. Neglectful parenting: rule enforcement, low, minimal, or inconsistent rules. Love and encouragement, low, little emotional support or involvement. Characteristics: disengaged, may not spend time with children or set expectations. And the outcomes are children may have difficulty with self-regulation, social skills, and emotional security. We're gonna look at gentle parenting. So gentle parenting goes ahead and more emphasizes empathy, respect, and understanding. This is not gentle parenting that's shown in the video. The child has no respect for the adult, absolutely none. They have no emotional understanding, or they do and they just don't care. And there's no positive guidance here. Instead of actually disciplining the child, the father is just standing back in the video and not doing anything. Again, I'm not an expert on this, but this is just my personal opinion from looking this up and also looking at the video. People say gentle parenting is a lot of things, but it's really not. I think because it's become so popularized, it's one of those buzzwords that people use, kind of I don't know, sociopathic or something. It's stuff like that. It's just another buzzword for people to throw away terrible parenting on instead of actually looking at what's wrong and actually acknowledging that the parent is doing actual thing wrong. See, even number 4 with boundaries for gentle parenting, clear, consistent limits are set to provide structure, helping children learn self-regulation and social responsibility while still feeling safe and supported. The constant thing we keep seeing amongst these 3 is self-regulation. In this video, this child has the worst self-regulation because instead of accepting his punishment because he did something wrong, he decided that I'm going to punish my parents instead. There is no self-regulation there with actually thinking, what is the consequence of this action? And I know self-regulation in children is very difficult because they're young and they're growing up, but I sure as hell had the self-regulation to not do this shit. And I wasn't gentle parented, that's for sure, but gentle parenting is so your children don't fear you, and I think fear is not something your children should do. Respect does not equal fear. Those are 2 very different things. That's just what I disagree with him about. He does this a lot with videos where he goes ahead and thinks that it's all gentle parenting, gentle parenting, gentle parenting this, and he just always does that. There we go. This isn't gentle parenting, this is permissive parenting. That's why we looked up the definitions, so you could go ahead and see what it was. Oh no. This person thinks door off, PS5 smashed to pieces, favorite sneakers and clothing gone, regular gear from that day on, and forget about a play date or birthday parties. What will happen is a lot of you reading these old encyclopedias would come out and you would be writing a weekly book report, and then you would be doing chores around the house to pay off that headlight. A hammer to my car, that child needs a serious rebuild. I just don't like, I'm still forgetting the word, and I'm just using another word to cover it up, and I just to get over it. I don't like this misuse. I guess that's something, but I guess that's one of the words. Misuse of the word gentle parenting, because this is definitely not it. Trust me, this is not it. Ooh, croissants. There's no way. Oh my gosh. The croissant theory. If you were to bring your man a box of fresh croissants, he asks you which one he should try. You tell him you liked plain better, insinuating that that's the one he should try. Does he take the one you recommend, or does he take chocolate instead to save you the one he knows you'll enjoy more? I just think this whole thing is stupid. I'm not even gonna read the stupid caption. I have nothing else to say to this other than the fact that I am so sick of these like TikTok theories and everything. I know this is Instagram, but I'm so sick of these theories of, oh, there's this theory, there's this theory, there's the, I don't know, put your foot on my face theory. Whatever the fuck it is, like, to test your man. If you're already having, like, trust issues about your man being, like, your man, you should not be with him. If you cannot control yourself and your insecurity of, oh, what if he's like this? What if he's like this? Why are you with him? Why? All of these theories are extremely toxic, especially to new couples in relationships, because they set this expectation that doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. Genuinely imagine breaking up over the croissant theory. I would, like, if my best friend told me this, I would genuinely actually have to crash out on her, but she never would because she's not stupid like that. The horror of a Funko Pop collector watching the gift he brought for White Elephant getting taken out of its box. I just don't. If you get something that you know you'll have an issue with the way others treat it, don't get it. Don't get it for someone else. Like, I hate collectors when they're like, no, you can't take anything out of the packaging, you can't touch it, you can't do this, you can't do anything with it. And it's like, you just have to stare at it. Absolutely not. I will not be doing that. If you want to do that, fine, but do not try to act like other people need to do that too. I have a Draculaura doll actually sitting on my shelf right now, which someone probably would think, oh no, I would have kept her in the box. Absolutely not. She's standing up, she's sitting there. That's two different things. Those two different things. No, she's standing up right now. She's standing up right now on my shelf. I would not prefer her to be in the box. One, that takes up too much space. And two, I want to actually interact with her. Like, she's not just this statue. She's not ceramic. She's not going to break. Absolutely not hating here, but I've never really gotten the concept of truly collecting things. I mean, in the packaging. No touching to gain money to sell years later. I've always been raised if I want something, it's gonna be to use and enjoy. Of course it'll be ruined, but that's the wear and tear of joy and years of truly being able to experience your possessions. I love if someone could talk me through their collector's mindset. I genuinely, I'm not diagnosing anyone, but I think maybe it comes with this anxiety of, I don't want this thing to get ruined. I don't want it to get broken or anything like that. I had that mentality for some reason with like tags on squishies, and I like eventually, thankfully, I think it was like this year or last year, I was finally like, no, I'm cutting off the tags. One, they're so annoying, and two, genuinely, what am I supposed to do later on? if I, like, die and there's just plushies with tags on them? So what? They're my plushies. Like, I don't care that. I don't care. I do not associate with Funko Pop people. Okay. Toy enjoyers when a toy is played with. Crazy concept. Oh, genuinely, this reminds me of this cute line of Sanrio Funko Pops. And I keep seeing this Choco Cat one at my Walmart, and it's so adorable. If I can, I'll put a picture for you right here. But I love that Choco Cat. It's so cute. He's not even my favorite character, but, like, I love cats. I really do. She is ending our friendship over this.
Thanks, I will. Hope it all works out for you.
Okay, we're gonna read what we can of this message because I'm nosy. Half the time I felt like a placeholder, something convenient when you were bored or need something, and invisible when you didn't. And I kept making excuses for it because I genuinely cared about you. And memories have a funny way of making you hold on longer than you should. Absolutely. Oh my god. But honestly, I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling like I'm the only one who notices when things are off. The only one trying to fix something that you barely acknowledge. I'm tired of the passive-aggressive comments, the last-minute cancellations, the disappearing acts, and the way you come back like nothing happened. I'm tired of pretending I'm okay with the distance when it's been eating at me. I'm tired of getting energy to a friendship that constantly leaves me feeling drained, confused, and unappreciated. It's crazy because I used to feel so close to you. I trusted you, I laughed with you, I told you things I didn't tell many people. I thought this friendship was solid, but somewhere along the way, the effort just stopped feeling mutual. Sorry, like, it's so tiny, it's kind of hard to read. It felt like I was holding us together with both hands while you barely lifted a finger, and it hurts. It really does. But pretending it doesn't only hurts me more. I don't hate you. I'm not angry in a screaming, dramatic way. It's more like a quiet realization that this just isn't good for me anymore. We're not growing together, we're growing apart. And I've been forcing something that hasn't felt right for a long time. I need peace. I need consistency. I need people who show up with the same energy I give. And I'm finally accepting that this friendship doesn't give me that anymore. So this is me stepping back, not to create drama, not to guilt you, not to make some big scene, but because I have to choose myself. I hope everything in your life works out. I hope you find people who match where you are and what you need, but I'm moving on. I'm done holding on to something that hasn't been holding me back. I think she said has been holding. I think she means has been holding me back, but has definitely been. Oh, no, hold up. I'm done holding on to something that hasn't been holding me back, but has definitely been holding me down. Take care of yourself, truly. And our caption says at least Aqua Voice is more real than her. What are you talking about? You literally sound like the problem. She is labeling out all her issues with her. Hold up. And you're just sitting there acting like she's being dramatic. I guess it's better off anyways, because I don't have to deal with that. But it's like, are you serious? You obviously seem like the problem just from this. I know I don't clearly have your side, but simply from your reaction too, it's like, girl, she gave you this whole paragraph telling you how she feels, and you're just like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, girl, I think you are the problem. To be honest, I think you are the problem after reading her message. Hey, so you might be the problem. Who else read the huge paragraph and is on the friend side? Absolutely. And this is exactly why she cut you off. And good thing she did. I hope she's prospering and living her best life. Because, like, if I was telling my friend, like, hey, this is my problem that I'm having with you, and I don't think I can be friends with you because this is just so egregious, and, like, they don't acknowledge anything that they've done, it's like, it's better that we're not friends if you're gonna act like this. Oh.
Someone say your daughter is your daughter for life, but your son is only your son until they meet their wife.
I don't want to hear anything else he says, because I know he's going through it and trying to figure it out, but that's so weird. It just goes back to, like, because of gender and gender norms, there's just this expectation that daughters have that freaking sons do not. Like, because of that thing of like, well, the man is the head of the house and everything, and the son carries on the last name, and it's like, that's just a traditional thing, but at the same time, the woman could give her husband her last name. Like, that's not a crazy concept, you know, it is possible. That's why there's an option of whose last name you'll choose. It's just been more like traditionally the man's last name gets taken, and that's because usually like wives were seen as property like quite a long time ago. Like it's really different when a son goes off than a daughter does, because her daughter is leaving her whole life behind. Like this is in traditional parts, like traditional type relationships. She is leaving her whole family behind to then go with her husband and his family. And it's so different. It really is. Like traditionally that was really, really different. Opposed to now, like people see whoever. And I see the dad's side get like a lot more pissy than the frickin' because like the wife doesn't want to go around there for Christmas or something. I don't know. I'm glad I won't have to deal with that, because that's stupid. I don't like this expectation that like one gender is higher than the other. I know just from this he's not saying that, but this is just a saying he heard. It's just weird expectations on the children and thinking weird ways about them. It's really weird. Really weird. I think this will be my last one, and then I'm done, because I don't know if you can tell, but my voice has been shit throughout this whole recording. I've been quieter because like my voice, no matter how much water I've been drinking, it's so bad right now.
Well, I'm done talking to you. This conversation is over.
Why is this the video I end on? Why is this the video I end on? Speaking of this, I just watched a video about her talking about colorism and skin bleaching. And I just think, I've had this opinion for a while. I think it's really weird for Black people, like, going ahead and having a problem with light-skinned people. I can see, because of that video, I have more information to support myself. I can see why, because throughout history, being lighter and white has been like the beauty, quote-unquote beauty standard, that you're more superior this way and a sign of wealth. But at the same time, in order to get out of those times, you cannot stay by treating us like we're still in those times, you know? It feels really weird to, because I've seen these videos of biracial kids, and the comments are so heinous on them. It's really weird, and I've heard stories from biracial kids where it feels like shit, because take for example white and Asian. It sucks because she's not white enough for white people because she has Asian features and white people can see that, but she's not Asian enough for Asian people because she has whiter features. It's really odd. I think that's a way for a lot of biracial kids where it's like you're stuck in this middle category where you're not really accepted in either place. Literally, if you're mixed with Black and white, you've seen the movies. Like, I'm not saying they're great examples, but some of them, like a biracial person not fitting in with white kids because the white kids think, well, you're Black, you're not like us, you're not white. And then Black people being like, well, you're not Black enough either, so you don't really fit in with us. It's this weird, like, in-between place. I don't think you should be bullying anybody, but I understand the perspective of, like, because being lighter is seen as more agreeable and more of something that society wants because of history, that, like, you would feel some type of way. But I'm not saying it's right. I don't know, I just think it's really shitty to, like, hate on people in general based on their race. And it's just, you're isolating people more, and you're creating more of a divide than bringing people together. I just don't personally like it. I don't like it. The conversation around colorism is nuanced and storied like our history, and you have people talking about childhood bullies. Whole time they Natalie Nunn. I actually just got the picture of Natalie Nunn. Just because it doesn't align with your personal experiences doesn't mean it didn't happen to others. I'm sure many others like me are familiar with being rejected by both sides and feeling like you could never truly be either. That's literally what I just said. You're just in this weird in-between and you just don't feel accepted anywhere. Whole time y'all really do be just hating and jealous of light-skinned / mixed kids. Every other light-skinned person I've talked to, and me personally, have experienced so much weirdness and hate against us for literally no reason. Y'all tell us we aren't black because we're too light, then tell us we're too ghetto to be in white groups. Exactly. It's this, you're just stuck. You're stuck. You have nowhere to, like, have good community except for other biracial kids. It's frustrating. You have nowhere to go. I always wanted to be fully black because I'm having an identity crisis. Love my black girlies. Oh gosh, I don't want to see these replies. Same. If it makes you feel any better, fully black people struggle with their blackness. We run a tight ship around here. I feel it's so weird. I also don't like when people compare struggles as much. Like, because I've seen a lot of biracial hate and it's so horrible. And I've also seen even more horrible black hate. And I'm like, because the whole thing around colorism is literally just not wanting people to be dark. And I don't understand it. Because me personally, being white, I am more white than anything. Even though I am, like, genetically mixed, I am more white than anything. I don't think hating on another minority is going to get the hate off of you. There's comparing how much hate you get, you also have to think of the hate that you give to other people. Everybody can be racist. Everyone is capable of hate. I just think, I don't understand why we can't live in a world where we just get along with no problem. But I also understand that's because there's hateful, evil people out there. You do this thing where you put your morals on other people. So because I personally do not hate anybody simply because of their skin color, it is like an unimaginable thing to me that other people could. Because there's just no logical reason to. There is no reason. And yet people do it. But remember, hatred is not logical. These people that are racist and hateful are not reasonable or logical. Logical. I mean, does that not affect it? Colorism is a real thing, I thought. Like, I think I just found out why they were bullying you. I'm biracial and got bullied by another biracial because my hair looked crazy. I don't recall dark-skinned girls ever being bullies. That, mind you, remember the comment up here is like, just because it doesn't align with your personal experiences doesn't mean it didn't happen to others. Like you just gotta be in someone else's shoes to know, like, the hate that they receive, or even have a similar experience to know what the hate is like. I need to stop yapping about this because I've been yapping about this too long. I think we're gonna go ahead and look at some cute animal videos again, because I think I want to keep doing that just to give ourselves a breather and make us happy. These are just images, but these are really cute. Oh, I can't with the copyright. I'll get copyrighted. He's so cute. This is full on, he's just over the ball. That's kind of like how I sit in like certain chairs. Like, you know, when you just like are over the chair on your belly. I don't know why that's so fun. Or on the swings, if you've ever done that. That's really fun. Very cute, very cute. So adorbs. Why is this? I'm hoping this is not AI. Everything, it's so scary. I'm hoping like things are not AI because AI is like so rampant. Oh, chinchilla. The kissing. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so fluffy. Dude, bunnies are so cute, but I really couldn't have them as a pet because they just like, they dookie a lot. But you can train them to, just like any other animal, of like going to the bathroom in one spot. It's really not that difficult. It's just, it takes time. They're so cute. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I love these. They're just so, ducklings are so small. You can really put anything on their head and it's adorable. Okay, this is the last one. Oh, it's a skunk. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so cute. I'm so overjoyed. I'm so sorry I can't put the audio on these because of copyright. Copyright is so bad. I miss when you could literally just post like any freaking song and just have Nightcore or something. And you can't do that. You can't do that anymore. Maybe you can with Nightcore, but just like the other songs, you can't really do anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I went on a lot of rants. I don't really mean to do that, but I have a lot to say. And I have this thing where I just need to clarify all the time, like I'm doing now. Remember, please subscribe. I swear, I do upload on a daily basis, so let me know if there's anything you do or don't want, and I will catch you in the next one.